I'm Max from reBricker. We translated our German videos into English using AI. This is what you're watching right now.
Today I brought you a set that I built a long time ago. This ship here, I have the 4810 from COBI here, the Bismarck. You can't buy it in this form anymore, but COBI has made various versions of the Bismarck. They're all pretty much built the same way. Maybe the colors of the cannons will change, or there might be an extra Nazi symbol included. But this here, 2001, is the Bismarck that I got a few years ago. That's also really interesting. This is the only displayed building block set in my apartment, except for two Star Wars helmets. I think one is from Mandalorian and one is from a Stormtrooper. But other than that, my apartment is more or less free of building blocks, at least from built sets that are on display. You can really see it on this set because it's full of dust. Please let me know in the comments how you would clean such a delicate set with all those pieces on top from dust. Here's a summary of your tips. I think this is also a great, exciting video, but I've really just left it as it is. I know who else has built a lot of sets. Maybe we can test your tips and see what works best. But let's get to this set. It's about 80 cm long. It has 1974, 974. So quite a few pieces, and it cost around 180, so it's not cheap for the pieces. But what you have to give COBI credit for is that it's really stable when you touch it, and nothing wobbles. I transported it here to the office by car today. We dropped the party. Underneath this here, that's one of the pieces that ever falls off. I'll call them the control surfaces, the ones at the back. Let's get back to it. And actually the stand, where Bismarck is on the front, also fell off. The main print that comes with it, a few other printed pieces like these 1,000 red flags, which thankfully don't have a swastika on them anymore. And we have a few printed pieces here on the side. They're okay. In terms of printing, no, you can't say that. They're not that bad at all. Otherwise, there are no sticker parts included. For the price, it's totally fine, and we have a lot of adjustable cannons. Let's take a closer look at it from front to back. We have two anchors. The front secured with chains. They also stay nicely where they belong. We then have two anti-aircraft guns. We have a whole lot of small guns. So we're really adding a lot of small details around it. I think it's great. We have radar, antennas, and we have the classic bridge that you can see. A lot of lifeboats are included, and even more guns. And there's a small airplane included, which in this version is brick built with a little print for the propeller on a transparent piece. In newer versions, it's a different piece. I can show that. But in this version, it's still brick built. And I actually find it quite charming, to be honest, to make something like this out of so few pieces. But in this version, it's still brick built. And I actually find it quite charming, to be honest, to make something like this out of so few pieces. You can also see the lifeboats, individual cast pieces. Each lifeboat is one part. It really collected a lot of dust, but that's actually not so bad. I built this whole thing so many years ago that I can't even remember if there are many colors used in it. I don't remember anymore. I just remember being surprised at how amazing organic-looking structures you can build with Lego or building blocks. At the time I got this, I wasn't a big building block builder at all. But my dad kept getting these kinds of sets over and over again. And I think for Christmas or something, I was like, hey, I'd like one too. And then I had one of those gotten for myself. And I have to say, it has always stayed in my apartment. It's actually not very deep. You can really place it nicely on top of something 80 cm long, but only about 15 cm wide at its widest point. So it's great for display, if it weren't for the dust. The whole ship is on a stand. I actually destroyed it during the transport to the stove. I just tossed the thing onto the back seat of my car, and that's not how you should transport building blocks. Feel free to leave tips in the comments, but I knew that the thing is very, very stable. Unfortunately, I forgot that the stand doesn't belong to it. I didn't put it together properly either, but I think it's fine. I don't know if I put it together correctly back then, so I think it's okay. So we have a Bismarck tile, we have these printed side pieces, the propeller, and the flags. Otherwise, we really just have completely normal pieces, and they were very economical with the studs. If we look at the building technique, when we check out the top, we mainly build the deck by stacking the pieces next to each other. So we actually don't have any studs on there, just a few that really add some nice accents. in my opinion. And it has no play value. The set is just for display, for building. I think that with COBI, it's the case for a lot of things that they are quite historically influenced. The target audience is clear. Those who find World War II and the surrounding period very interesting. And COBI also has its strengths and it's really the market leader in that field. I know that they're the market leader. Yes, they are the market leader in this area, and I think it's great that we have one like that in the market. The thing is, Lego doesn't produce anything that resembles weapons unless it's part of a franchise. Then, of course, we can make weapons as much as we want. But since this whole building block community is increasingly moving towards model building, we'll take a look at that. Then we can definitely make weapons as much as we want. But since this whole building block community is increasingly moving towards model building, we'll take a look at that. This is a model ship, so it's in a scale of 1 to 300, really accurately built to scale. Of course, there were no real studs on the original. This is model building, and this target audience really enjoys building these sets. I think I belong to the model building crowd too, and I really think about what I enjoy. I like building things small. I find it exciting. And that's why I found this ship here exciting. I remember I had a lot of fun building it. I still have the feeling that I messed this up. But apparently that was right and had to be built that way. But other than that, in 2001, I can't say anything negative about this ship, except maybe the price. Check to see if you can find a deal there. Definitely check out reBricker.com. You'll find the best deals there. I'll also link you to this ship and a few more COBI Bismarcks that are available again, because right now, as I'm recording this video, there's no deal for that one. But like I said, the others are pretty much equally significant. There are also a lot of other ships from COBI. They are all relatively similar in 2001. Basic principle: for the building value, you don't need to get several of them. But if you say, hey, I want a Japanese, an American, a German ship, maybe even an aircraft carrier, that should be very popular because it's not exactly cheap. Then it's just right for you. So really take a closer look at that. Think about it. Maybe this is also something for Christmas. Got something really quickly for Christmas. It might be a bit tight, but it's also great for a birthday or something for history lovers. It's definitely something that makes the heart race. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.